here's what's basically happened for Dalton Knecht in the past since February 1st. Let's call it February 1st. Okay. We know the type of start that he had with the Lakers last year. He was, guys, I'm telling you, as somebody who's creating content every single day, predominantly around Lakers, Dalton Knecht was selling. I put out anything on Dalton Knecht. People wanted to consume it. Steal of the draft. Look how good this guy is. He had games he's dropping 20 plus, 30 plus. Dalton Knecht was just carrying the Lakers' weight early in the season. All right. Things started changing. Teams made adjustments. Now, all of a sudden, he wasn't the exact same player. February 1st comes around. Luka Doncic gets traded to the Lakers. AD's out. Max Christie's out. Lakers obviously try to make a trade for Mark Williams. He comes back. Dalton Knecht needs a little bit of time to kind of process everything, and then really just wasn't the same player the rest of the way. And in some cases, some of that has to do with J.J. Redick. How much was he going to use him? And in other cases, it was the guy's a rookie. You know, teams are going to make their adjustments. They're going to understand, hey, Dalton Knecht's a nice offensive player, a little bit streaky, but they also know that go at Dalton Knecht, so he's got to play defense. If he's not playing D, maybe J.J. Redick's got to take him out of the game. That's what would happen to Dalton Knecht for the most part last season. So Lakers started their California Classic. And the reason why I'm bringing up Knecht now is because I think there are a lot of people, based off of just these two California Classic games, which, by the way, only have two teams from California. I mean, what are you going to call it Cali Classic for and only have two teams? How's Miami in it? Miami, San Antonio, Lakers, and the Warriors? Somebody want to explain this to me? So Cali Classic starts. Here's Dalton Knecht's stats in the first two games. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because he's going to be a trade chip. And I think a lot of people are paying attention to what Dalton Knecht's doing. And if he's not performing well, they're going to say, yeah, you got to get rid of this guy. Yeah, this guy's a bust. Okay, here's Dalton Knecht's numbers. Game 1, 3 of 13 from the field, 10 points, 4 rebounds in 30 minutes of play. Game 2, 9 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds in 22 minutes of play. Not good Cali numbers. And he had some good quotes out there. He's talking about how all he's done, the moment the Lakers were eliminated, all he's been doing, he's been in the gym. Starting at 6 a.m., just 2-3 workouts a day, whatever it takes. It sounds like Dalton Knecht is committed to his craft. I'm rooting for Dalton Knecht personally. I like his story. I want to see the man succeed. I don't think it's a lack of effort or any of that stuff. I think Dalton Knecht will hopefully eventually have value in the league. 24, 25 years old now. We know by the time he got into the NBA, he had already played 4 years in college. So with all that in mind, I'm rooting for Dalton Knecht. I just got a very difficult time thinking Dalton Knecht's going to have success with the Lakers. I do. I just think there's almost too much baggage for this guy that he can't do anything about. And he's already had in 1 year with the Los Angeles Lakers, let alone if he was playing for the Hornets or he was playing for the Kings or he was playing for another team, Phoenix, you pick whatever team. So many different things have happened in 1 year for Dalton Knecht as a Los Angeles Laker. I just don't think it's going to happen here. And I'm not telling you give up Dalton Knecht for nothing. Absolutely not. You hold on to Dalton Knecht for as long as you possibly want until you feel like there's a trade out there. But doesn't it feel more for the sake of Dalton Knecht that this man just needs to be on another team and just needs a fresh start and needs to be on a squad where, he could basically just be himself. What he's not going to be no defensive specialist or anything like that. But doesn't it feel that Dalton Knecht just needs to be on another team? Doesn't it feel like if he's going to have some success in this league, it's probably not going to be with the Lakers? Now, maybe he proves me wrong. Maybe he proves others wrong. I got to be honest with you. If you'd have told me, I guess it's not too much of a shock because we're still early in the free agency. But if you'd have told me, hey, by July 7th, if you'd have told me 2 months ago, will Dalton Knecht still be a Laker? I'm like, no, I probably think that's one of the first players to go. And it's in some type of a package, predominantly because the Lakers were desperate to improve their roster. They needed a big. Well, now they were able to get a big without trading Dalton Knecht, without trading that first rounder. So maybe now it's more likely that he is with the Lakers, or maybe they're waiting for that one deal that does come for a wing player and they can match contracts and then Knecht's part of that deal. But I got so many messages or just reading people, their opinion on Twitter or their opinion on YouTube or whatever the case. And people are like, yeah, Knecht ate it. He got to go. And they're saying that in Cali Classic games. And I think part of the reason why people are saying that is because second-year players that are in the summer league or they're in the, summer league will obviously start in Vegas. I think for the Lakers, it's on Thursday against Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavericks. Second-year players, they expect them to dominate. That's what people will expect, right? They're going to expect that a guy like Dalton Knecht, if he's going to play 30 minutes, that he's 9 of 13 from the field and has 21 points. They're not going to expect 10 points, 3 of 13 from the field. It's just, it's different. Let me give you guys an example. Cole Swider has had a really, really nice 2 Cali Classic games. He had a game where he had 24 points, 8 rebounds. I think he went 7 of 10 from the field in both games. That's what you're expecting from Dalton Knecht. Bronny, not bad in that last game. Had a highlight dunk, this, that. That's what you're expecting from your number 17 pick that was supposed to be the steal of the draft. So I do think there's a lot of people out there making a big deal about Dalton Knecht, and it's not from a positive perspective. I feel like at this point that if an opportunity is there, it's probably better off for Dalton Knecht to be on a different team and kind of hit that reset button. Okay, let's look at a couple of the comments here, and then we'll start hitting on some of the Bradley Beal stuff. All right, let's see what we got here. You guys act like Dalton is going to be an all-star or something. I don't think people say that. I got to be honest with you. I think it's more about they just want him to be a contributor, number one. And number two, I think if you're and his story is unique, it's different. Like I said, he started off really well. He's the talk of LA, and then it got quiet, and then he got traded, and then he had to come back. I think, his story is not your typical number 17 pick in the draft. And a lot of people were saying, I can't believe the Lakers got him. Who are all these idiot GMs that let him fall this far? It's not a typical story with Dalton Knecht. But I do understand what people are saying. Hey, in these Cali Classic games, yeah, he should be dominating these Cali Classic games, or he should be dominating in the Summer League. That portion, I understand. Dalton doesn't work in LA anymore. That's why he's playing like that. Rob is trash. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. I love when we have we're so close to having a nice conversation. Everybody's going back and forth, and then everybody's like, all right, everybody's trash. Dalton Knecht is ready to run from LA. He's ready to get the hell out of there. Could be right. Could be right on that. Would be nice to keep Knecht. We need a shooting specialist. I find it difficult. I don't know if I see that happen anymore. I really don't. I think Dalton can play. He has a spot. He has a spot as a shooter. He just needs to move on. This is not a steady team to groom rookies. The environment's too desperate. That's a very good comment as well. Thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.